so we expected that. Scores a goal, obviously in a one-goal game, that matters. And did it in the right way, you know, didn't overthink it. Just got it, get off the wall, make sure you pound it hard so it gets by the first layer. If it gets blocked closer to the net, at least you know, it's not going to be a quick transition. We've been trying to instill that attitude in some of our other guys, and you know, Brandon gets one later and gets it through, so hopefully it kind of snowballs that part of our game. But all in all, had good composure, didn't seem fazed by anything, and you know, we'll always go back and look at it. There'll be some details that we'll talk about, but I liked his game. I thought he brought what we needed.
Jake had a couple of close calls, I think, in the first two periods, and nice to see him finally finish one off in a big moment.
Yeah, and that's his type of goal. He can separate and shoot and stride, and shoot past the goalie. What happened in the second period there, looked like there was a few net front opportunities for 3 or 4 guys who weren't able to finish. So we talked about that between periods. You will get some rebounds from Fleury, and you got to work to get inside. And you know, Kretsch get one going there, and I think Bleed had a chance, and a few others. So you know, eventually we stuck with it. So, but good for Jake. You know, that got everyone excited, and that's something he can bring, and has been of late.
Did guys get frustrated as the power play opportunities kind of mounted and shot?
Well, I can't speak for the players. Listen, I know we're all they're used to having success, and we haven't lately. So, frustration or whatever word you want to use. The pressure came hard. We thought it would. San Jose used to pressure hard, and coach came from there. So, a little different look than Vegas earlier in the year when we were there. So, and you got to be able to handle it. You got to win pucks, and then you got to be thinking one pass ahead. And then when you get your opportunity for your shot, when you get him out of position, you got to really make the goalie make the save. And I thought there were a few looks, but we didn't get it by him. Not enough support. So give them credit. They did a good job in their kill, and we didn't handle it as well as we could. But I'm kind of pleased it didn't bog us down in the third and use it as a crutch. I thought our guys that are on the power play kept playing. We didn't sort of say, well, not my night in the power play, so it's not going to happen. Guys like Jacob gets that goal, Kretsch's on it. I thought Bergie's line kept pushing, so good for them.
What's your message to them here, or just send them out the door?
I was pretty brief, Kevin. You know, we did some good things this first, I won't call it half anymore, but first stretch. You know, enjoy yourself, get away, wherever you're going, mentally cleanse. But understand that we get back, we get out pretty quick. So, you know, be a professional. By that, you know, you do have to look after yourself to some degree in terms of your conditioning. But again, it's more about, again, enjoy it, but be ready to get ramped up in a hurry.
How did you decide to put Krejci with Coleman and Heine instead of Bobrovsky?
Well, he was going to be a game time decision, first and foremost, Matt, so we just plugged him in where Lindholm was. That's one reason. And then we're going to evaluate as the game went on, how he was playing. He's played with Coleman before and Heinen, so it wasn't two strangers, so to speak. And I like Coyle's line in Pittsburgh a lot. Thought they did a real good job. So just kind of kept things the way they were.
Just going back to, you know, heading into the break, what did you think of the way they were able to maybe not let their mind sail towards the break and stay focused on the task at hand?
Good pros. It doesn't surprise me. Our guys are good that way. And I think that the way we finished in Pittsburgh probably gave us a little bit more focus. Who knows, if that had been a clean game and we just, you know, ran it and like we did the other night, played, you know, solid start to finish. Who knows, maybe they would have started wandering because there's a little, you know, content. So I think it was two things. A, those guys are professional in there. I thought yesterday's practice was hard and good compete, so that, you know, they understood that we're not just going to ride it into the streak. Every game's important. And again, the Pittsburgh result probably didn't sit that well with some guys, and typically when that happens, the next game you're ready to go. And I thought we were in the first ready to play.
When did you know you could have Bleed in the lineup? You've been saying that he was extra, but that he hadn't been clear.
Donnie, I discussed the lineup with him, and he said he could be activated. So this morning, we talked about our lineup yesterday after. Okay, so that afternoon game keeps screwing me up. So Sunday afternoon. So Monday, we talked about it a little bit, what we may do. And Anton was brought up, is he ready? Talked to the medical staff, and it's like, yeah, if he gets through Monday's practice, it was going to be a hard one, and he had no residual effect. Then Tuesday, we could get him in there. So that's how it came about.
Did he make a case for a job?
Did he what, sir?
Did he make a case for a job with this game tonight, you think? Or?
Well, I don't know if he pushed somebody out necessarily. I mean, we've got a guy like Nordstrom who, had a good run with us last year. What we're trying to do, again, I'll be very open, is we decided a couple of weeks ago or whatever it was that we were gonna allow, we need a little more internal competition. Generally, that starts from, the bottom up. We identified some guys in Providence that were playing well. There was one of them that had been hurt at the start of the year that we were gonna look at in training camp. I think we discussed that we thought he was a lot closer than he was, maybe a couple of years ago. So that was something that, was gonna be in the works when he was ready. We did it with Kuhlman, Lozon. We took a veteran out and more, so, Cooley came up in place of, whoever you wanna look at it. And so that was a bit by design this last 2 weeks to see if it'll give us a little extra push. We'll see where it leads us.
With the break, it's kind of a natural time to sort of reflect, evaluate where you are at this point. What do you think is just kind of the state of the team going into this break?
The state of the team is, I think we're in a solid position. I don't think anything's been given to us. I do believe there's room for growth for that 60-minute effort from start to finish. Health-wise, we're trending well. Tuukka skated today. Looks like he's going to be fine, so that's very important. I got to get a report on, Charlie went into the boards and Grizz late, so let's see what's happening there. Now you got a couple of young guys that we feel that is pushing the group. I've always said that here since I got the job, that it'd be good to have some of that to keep everyone on their toes in the right way. So that part I like about the team, that we have some depth down there. Probably sums it up. Was there anything else in particular? No, or I don't want to go through everything. Obviously, I balance scoring if Coyle and DeBrusk and Bjork can kind of keep contributing. Maybe Crutch does. Give us I'm not saying he'd be third line. You know what I mean? Some 9 forwards that can all kind of pitch in. So that's something at the start of the year we weren't sure where we'd be at. So that's a positive, but probably short sample size. So let's see how we do with the full complement of forwards and where it leads us.
Thanks, everyone.